Welcome back to F1 22 Driver Career Mode for Season 3. It's been a minute, but we're back. And you're probably wondering, if you've watched any of the previous videos, why we've got a Mercedes badge behind our car. We were signed by the Audi team, who have come into Formula 1 this season, and we were supposed to go there. They, however, ran out of money. They couldn't afford our salary, and they've gone for quite an interesting lineup. We'll go into that in a minute. So we've signed to Mercedes, the other German Formula 1 team, and currently the 5th best car, hoping, of course, to turn things around. No real changes to report in terms of livery, but we'll show you it anyway. This is the Season 3 car that we'll be driving for Mercedes. And when I say we've got driver transfers, we've got driver transfers. So retirements then, Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel both retired at the end of Season 2. Transfers, there's a lot, get ready for this. So we are going from Alpine to Mercedes. Pierre Gasly moves from McLaren to Mercedes, so there's our teammate. Charles Leclerc from Alfa Romeo to Red Bull. Max Verstappen from Red Bull to Williams. Esteban Ocon from Alpine to McLaren. George Russell from Mercedes to Renault. Not Alpine anymore. Kevin Magnussen from Aston Martin to AlphaTauri. Alex Albon from Williams to Audi. Latifi goes with him to Audi. Oscar Piastri, brand new, joins the Renault team. And Zhou Guanyu, after getting booted from Alfa Romeo, returns with Aston Martin. I told you there were transfers. Anyway, let's have a look at the season race lineup. So Season 3, kicking off in Bahrain. That's today's race. Then off to Australia, Imola for the sprint. Then to Miami, to Canada, Great Britain, Austria for another sprint, then to Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands, that's a new track for us, Italy, Singapore, Japan, Mexico, off to Brazil again for the third and final sprint round, and then a returning track back to Abu Dhabi. Last time we had that on the calendar was Season 1, and some things happened there. So it's going to be an interesting season. I'm very much looking forward to Zandvoort. I love that track. I never used to, but I've been playing it in sort of just free play, and yeah, I like it. I've got better, so looking forward to that one. Also looking forward to Singapore. That race is always a banger. So with all that said, there's your season lineup, there's your driver transfers. Let's get into Season 3 and qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And here we are then for our first lap in real true anger in this Mercedes Formula 1 car. Very tail happy, I will say. Getting the balance right for this one is tricky. It does like to step out, but we'll get there. We've got time. We don't need to be worrying too much. Of course, we are the reigning champions heading into this season in terms of driver championship. And our old LP team, now Renault, will be hoping to probably win another one, I would imagine. When we left them, they had a very, very good car. So we'll see what they've done into this new season. Anyway, up to the line, 129.7, only good enough for 14th so far in this Q1 session. We're going to go again. We are a little bit up. You can see the back end just wants to just go. Nevertheless, oh, there it goes. We are improving. 2/10 up so far, nearly 3/10 up into turn 10. Losing all of that time in the braking zone somehow. We're going to claw it back though, it seems like. Yeah, all good, all good. And as we come round to the final corner, 6/10 up so far. Is it going to be enough to get us into Q2 as we run up to the line? What's it going to be? P9 so far. Is it enough? We'll find out in a minute as we come into the pit lane. It is enough. P12 a little close for comfort. Pierre Gasly up there, obviously warming to this new car a little bit quicker than we are, 1:28.5. So he's a good 6/10 up on our best time, but fingers crossed we can warm up. Anyway, losing Mick Schumacher, Lance Stroll, Robert Schwartzman, Zhou Guanyu and Nicolas Latifi from Q1. Nothing really shocks me there. I mean, Latifi in the Audi, potentially a better car than the Williams, and he just can't get anything out of it. So I suppose that's what they get for running out of money. They could have had some decent drivers, but instead, I mean, Albon's a good driver, but oh, there goes the back end, and nearly into the wall. Thankfully, a lot of runoff here in Bahrain, so we hold on to it, but that is the first lap ruined, so we're going to have to go again on the same set of tyres. We're going quicker than our first attempt, that's for sure, and obviously from here onwards, if we can hold it together, same place, and the back end just let go again. Here's what happens. So pushing on, and the back end just had a little step. We tried to catch it, and then of course it gripped up and just threw us towards the wall. We were very, very lucky there not to actually hit the wall. That gravel slowed us down just enough. Thankfully for us though, we got time to go again. So a 10th up so far. Can we hold it through here? Yes, we can on the third time of asking. And of course now the Delta's absolute rubbish. So we're just going to have to hope that we can put a lap together here and get ourselves into Q3. Up towards the line. What's it going to be? Currently sat in P15, having not actually set a lap time. And across the line, P15 still. Not ideal. And that means we're out of qualifying. Lando Norris tops the session. Pierre Gasly doing well as well, down in P6. But out of this session, Kevin Magnussen, Yuki Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Alex Albon and myself. Not the start we would have been hoping for to our new team and the new season, but we can overtake round here, so fingers crossed we can do it in the race.
Of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Ocon, Russell, Charles Leclerc and Gasly, Ricciardo, Perez, Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso and Albon, Marshall, Mick Schumacher, Lance Stroll and Robert Schwartzman, Zhou, they've taken a grid penalty, and Nicolas Latifi. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Coming off the practice starts. Watch the RPM on the full start. You don't want you to bog down. Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. That puts you in fifth, P5.
That's a fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the desert. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
As the winners make their way up to the podium, one can only imagine the celebrations that will take place at McLaren tonight. Congratulations to everyone on the team, securing the win and proving that they're a force to be reckoned with out on the track.
McLaren then lead this championship after the first round. They've been strong ever since the start of Season 2. Gasly and Norris both battling for wins all throughout the second season. So to see them on top is great for them. Obviously, a bit of work to do for us. We've still got Ferrari to contend with. The Red Bulls are very strong, and now obviously McLaren up there at the top. The Renault car is obviously quick. It was quick when we won in Season 2, so there's a lot going on here. There's probably 5 teams at the top fighting for wins potentially. We'll see as the season unfolds what can happen, but for us to go from P15 to P3 just shows how much potential is in this Mercedes. It may say that it's fifth fastest, but I think we proved otherwise today, and of course we've got plenty of upgrades coming. So here's the final order. Lando Norris winning, Carlos Sainz in second, Nicolas Marshall ourselves in P3, Charles Leclerc for Red Bull, P4, not a bad start, George Russell in the Renault. This is what I'm saying, the top 5 is 5 different drivers from 5 different teams, so there's a lot going on here. And of course, this is what the championship looks like, as you'd expect after a one race. McLaren at the top of the constructors, ourselves in third, just behind Ferrari. So we've got it all to play for here. We really have got it all to play for here. It's wide open, of course. It's the first round of a 16-race season. And next time out, we're off to Australia. So join me for that one. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a little like, leave us a comment, subscribe if you're new. And I'll catch you for the next one.